I've been at the Manchester Evening News for 34 years and enjoyed every minute of it. I'm one of those lucky people who always enjoyed coming to work. I've never had a day where I didn't want to come to work. I've been editor for 12 years and immensely privileged to be editor of a great newspaper and part of a great media organisation. We've gone through our own reorganisation. We've brought in weekly papers, we've converged the staff, we've got Channel MTV, we've got a website, and all those things are up and running now. And I wanted to see those things through and then say, well, it actually needs another commitment now of maybe the next 3 to 5 years to consolidate some of that. And I think probably now is the time for me to go, let somebody else take on that role, and I can then have the next 5 years or so setting up my own business and flying by the seat of my own pants.
And you joined the MEN back in 1975 as a reporter. You worked your way up, becoming editor in 1997 and been at the helm since then. Obviously there have been lots of experiences over the years. What have been some of the highlights for you that you'll always remember?
Oh, I think, well, when I came to Manchester in 75, well, I was already here, I was working at the Daily Mail, but when I joined the MEN for the princely sum of £3,600 a year, which was a lot of money back in 1975, Manchester was a very different place. It was a bit dark, it was a bit depressing, it was a bit gloomy, to be honest with you. I think the past sort of 12 to 15 years I've seen a whole rejuvenation of the city. It's got an air of confidence, businesses have grown well. Okay, we're in a recession, but we'll come out of that. And I think just the feeling of being in Manchester in 2009 is very, very different than the Manchester I remember of 1975. In terms of some of the highlights, well, there have been lots of highlights. I've had an immensely rich and rewarding career here. But if I look back, I think my time as editor, being appointed editor, was a fantastic personal achievement for me, and I was incredibly pleased to get that position. But I always looked on it as a role for championing Greater Manchester where we could, campaigning where we could, putting our readers and the people first in our thoughts. So we chose issues that we thought were pertinent to the readership. We chose early on to support the Metrolink tram development, and we were robust in our campaigning for that to be expanded and to be given the best possible funding. We had a lot of lobbying with John Prescott. I had a lot of meetings with him, which I'll always remember with a lot of fun and very interesting. There's been the hospital work that we've done, the campaigning for the Kirsty appeal, the Christie, just recently, of course, we helped them get the £6.5 million back. But I think my own personal achievement has got to be climbing Mount Kilimanjaro for the Kirsty appeal and doing daily reports back to the website and back to the newspaper. So I'll always remember that. I guess some of the toughest times were when we decided that we would proceed with the story about the Manchester bomb, the IRA bomb back of '96. And we got the information that the police had a suspect, but that suspect would never be charged. And I had to take that difficult decision, which we thought long and hard about, of whether or not to use that information and name the suspect who was never arrested. And we did that. And I thought the people of Greater Manchester deserved to know that there had been a suspect identified following the carnage in our city. So obviously the bomb itself I do remember well. Looking forward, I think Greater Manchester is in a terrific position. We've got a very strong economy. No doubt about it, we are Britain's second city, whatever other cities like to claim. We've got a great sporting heritage, we've got a great set of universities. I mean, the education establishment of Greater Manchester is a powerful force in its own right. As far as the media is concerned, again, we've gone through turbulent times. Ad revenues, everybody's aware of caused real problems, part of the worldwide advertising downturn as well as the UK recession. But when you look like developments that are coming on stream like BBC, Media City, like the growth of the internet, which in itself has caused us print problems, and there are lots of challenges to come, but lots of things also I think to be positive about. And journalism will be strong. I'm always heartened when I come into the office each day and I see that slogan on our office wall from the very first Manchester Evening News editor, Mitchell Henry, who said that we have no apology other than to serve our readers and put the public interest of Greater Manchester first. And I look at that each day and think how right that statement was.